Ah, hello there, traveler, and welcome to the world of Kymaticus, where through the roles we play, we spin our tale. This is our weekly D&D 5e session here on Forward Unto Saves, and as always, I am joined by my companions. Tyler, playing the Divine Soul Sorcerer, Circeus and Agnos. John, playing Eldon Roland, the Eldritch Knight Fighter. Cassie, playing Rona Thimbley, the Life Domain Cleric. And Dylan, playing Hector Stoneborn, the Oath of Conquest Paladin. And I am Alexander, your weaver of tales. So, without further ado, hang up your cloak, grab a drink, and kick back as we dive into this chapter of Kymaticus. Ow! So, where we last left off. The group returned back to Aldahari after the year-long venture to infiltrate Kavarat. They reported all their findings to Ashangi-Yor, with the intent to, in a few weeks, report their findings to the Emperor of Aldahari, Roman Velasius Toro IV. Ashangi-Yor, your newfound and trusted ally, wanted you all to take a break, a well-deserved break, as he said. You have done much for Aldahari, and he can tell that you are tired. So, you all venture out into different areas of Aldahari and partly Radesh to do some downtime activities you've been waiting to do for quite a while now. Rhoda, you go back home, visit your parents, and go fishing. Spend a whole day just enjoying the small town of Olafret, which is near Portagante, kind of near the Iron Port, very south of Alvaron. John, you head towards Radesh to spend a day with your newish wife, who is very, very pregnant. Hector, you go to New Ironcrest, the town that was once Raceville, to check up on old friends and see how things are going for the recruitment of the army that will one day take back Ironcrest. Circeus, you join Hector, and you all have a nice day, a calm day. Rona, you learned a little bit of a dark secret about Var, your younger brother. When he was cast out of the town of Olafret at a young age, there was a reason. Score, this vestige of nightmare that has plagued your dreams, all of your dreams, especially when Var was still part of the group. You discovered that he was, at one point, involved with your brother at a young age, an imaginary friend, so to speak, cursing Var from the very beginning. Eldon, you visit Paracelsus, the old mad scientist of sorts that helped boost your group's qualities of sorts. When you made it into his home within Canumbra, you found it ransacked. Paracelsus nowhere to be found, and his flesh golem servant severed completely in many different pieces. You did find a note. It said, "They are coming for me. Claw." Hector, you actually enjoy a full day partying, only to realize that you were celebrating the year of Ironcrest's fall. A celebration not meant to mourn, but to celebrate what is to come. A reckoning for your people, long overdue. Their spirits are high in the small town of New Ironcrest. And Circeus, you spent time kind of longing for a place where you feel that you fit in. But you do find some solace in your friends. But where we left off last session, Eldon, you were returning back to your room.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing is happening at all.
In the couple's suite, top floor of the Cherry Blossom within Cane Isleguard, you return to Bessie, sleeping in the bed, with a tray of a delightful breakfast in your arms. As you walk through the door, and you walk down the hallway to the master bedroom, sitting in a chair in a corner of the room opposite of you, you see Candace Aaron, the younger sister of Jackie Aaron, someone from your backstory who is no longer alive. And Candace seeking revenge. She has a brief word with you before firing a bolt right towards Bessie. So, as the bolt flies towards your sleeping wife, we cut to New Alvaron. Hector.
What?
Oh.
When we last left you, it was the morning, shortly after your long night of drunkenness, but a good time nonetheless. After you speak with Olaf, you walk around the town of New Ironcrest and get a real good look at it in the daylight. It has improved greatly. Everything, the quality of the buildings, what they're even made out of. Some, you can even tell, were broken down and just rebuilt. The streets cobbled, paved. It just feels nice. You kind of walk towards the edge of the town and overlook the long sunken valley in front of you with the rivers creeping down Toril. You take a deep breath in, smell the fresh air, and you exhale. The first time a chillier breath of air has been in your lungs in quite a while. It does feel like home, even though you know home is still a while away. As you stand there, close your eyes, and you listen to the birds chirping in the distance. The sound of the breeze rushing through the leaves of the trees. You can hear the tall grass shifting in the wind. And then suddenly it all goes silent. You open your eyes, confused, only to find that the birds in the sky are frozen in place. The grass, with the wind billowing through it, frozen in time.
Oh.
And a cat.
Sam, why?
As you take in the reality of what is happening, you hear a voice from behind you. I was hoping to speak with you. One-on-one. For it will not happen again for quite some time. You turn. And standing about 10 feet behind you is Parallax.
Not good.
Well,
Understatement of the century here.
As he stares at you, he does not wear his mask. You see the younger appearance of H.O.P.L.I.T.E.S, pale, elven skin, piercing blue eyes, and long blonde hair. As he looks to you, our paths will meet a few more times in the future, Hector. I come to give you a warning. It's already happened. I have regrown my numbers quickly. I don't need to worry about loyalty with them either. But in the future, when we reach the next anchor points, tell your hoplites to stand down. I know that you care for your friends. Even love one of them. I want to meet you halfway, Hector. You know what I want now. I'm sure that Cerim has explained it enough. If I may indulge you just a little bit. In the future, you and I are close friends. We trust one another. I consider you somewhat like a brother to me. And I promise you, I have done much for you. What I want in the future is to rid the world of the atrocities that drench it, including the Great War and the fall of your kingdom. Godbreaker understands that the gods don't truly care. For if they did, Hector, answer me, would Alvaron have fallen had Omater truly cared for you? Go on.
Does your future close friend know your role in Alvaron's fall? Does he understand that you're the one that killed our mother and was pretty much solely responsible for the fall of Ironcrest itself? I'll indulge me for a moment, Loss. Go back to your door, play your games, and I will deal with you when the time is appropriate. Do not approach me or my friends again. We'll strike a little bit closer home for you next time.
Very well. Oh. That fight is still in you. That's why I chose you, you know. You were unlike the others. You cared. Some might say a little bit too much. But nonetheless, your passion moves me. Both you now and in the future. Godbreaker's love for his kingdom.
He no longer has love. He has guilt. You've turned into wrath. Whatever part of Hector existed, he's a puppet.
your courage, your bravery, your pride. All strong, but your wisdom lacking. If I may, Hector, when we meet again at the next anchor point, stand down. I would hate for you to suffer any more than you already have.
I'm going to summon the martyrdom in my hand. I'm just gonna look at it and I'd be like, how far do I have to drive this into your chest to kill you?
How much do you care for Eldon Roland?
You know my passion for goals. To kill you, I let him die once before. I'll do it again.
Candace Aaron rides to Cain Algard to seek revenge for the death of her sister. But she does not seek to hurt Eldon, not physically. But that wife of his, oh yeah. So, if you would like, I could stop it from happening. But that is your call.
Every word you've said has been twisted with venom. Why should I trust anything you ever say?
In every scenario that I have created, Eldon has always died. But here he is alive again. So I use my own magics to foresee what is to come. And Eldon without his wife. That would surely destroy the H.O.P.L.I.T.E.S. But you must understand that I do not wish to hurt you. I really don't. What I intend to do
Sacrifice me.
for your people, wouldn't you do anything?
I would not have my people be slaves to a man who wishes to be God.
And what about your father?
I find it hard to control myself, Philosopher, so I will end this by making a deal. If what you say is true, and next time I see Eldon, he tells me that you saved him, I will stand down at the next junction and not get in your way.
He steps forth and outstretches his hand towards you. We have a deal?
I'll swap my martyrdom hand and then I'll reach my hand out.
As you reach forth, your hands connect. This is no illusion. Consider
Surprising.
saved. Enjoy your time, and we will meet again. I hope you will learn to trust me, as Godbreaker has. His eyes have been opened to many fallacies that have been fed to him. I hope one day you will see it the way I do. The world will be a better place without the gods. Goodbye, Hector. Thank you for listening. He begins to turn to walk away. Do you want to say any last words?
I'm just gonna stare at the back of his head, and then as soon as he's far enough away, I'm gonna turn and just say into the bracelet, Eldon, are you there?
All right. So, Eldon.
Oh no.
Oh. What happens next? Eldon, you are walking back into your home, or your rented out suite. Hector, as you turn and lose vision of Philos, the time around you begins to flow once more. The birds begin to chirp and the grass begins to flow in the wind, excuse me. As you call out in the bracelet, Eldon, immediately, as you begin to try to unlock the door, oh, no. You'd already be in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
So, Eldon, as you stand there, staring at what is going on, the bolt begins to slow down towards Bessie's head. And you hear Hector's voice briefly. What do you say one more time, Hector?
Eldon, are you there?
You hear that? What do you do?
Seeing do it. What type of tray am I holding? Is it made of silver, steel?
No, so what you're holding is two handles, amalgamation of things on it. And in this moment that the time freezes, it's weird. You find yourself not being able to move. Candace Aaron. The bolt. Bessie, all frozen in time. The door from behind you now opens. You hear footsteps approach from behind. You hear an older voice. Are we too late? And then you hear a feminine voice. No, just in time, as a woman walks past you, unaffected by this frozen time. A billowy cloak. The same cloak given to Rona in the forest. Brushes past you, walks towards the bolt frozen, grabs it with her right hand, turns to Candace Aaron, and jabs it into her eye socket. She then looks to you. You lock eyes. I promise to protect you if you protect her. She reaches into a bag, a satchel off on her side, pulls out kind of a green vial of sorts with a screw top on the top of it. She unscrews it, holds it out towards Candace Aaron, and you watch Candace begin to disintegrate. Pieces of ash begin to flake off of her as they are sucked into this vial. After about 30 seconds, all trace of Candace, the bolt, and the crossbow are gone. She caps this green vial and turns to you, walks forth and stands about 2 feet away. She looks at you. You see familiar eyes underneath the mask. Thank you, Eldon. She brushes past you once more, and you hear the older voice of Aratus speak once more. Money! Come quickly before he finds out. You hear the door close from behind you. And you regain your freedom once more as time restores itself. You may now answer, Hector.
Yeah, I'm here. What's up? Everything all right? Do you need more money? Because remember you giving yours away.
Right into me. He said you're in trouble. He said he's coming for you. Be careful.
I'm perfectly fine. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'll trust you.
I'll just reach my thing. Cerseus, you have to get back now. And I'm going to start going for the teleporter.
Okay. You begin to head that way. You see Cerseus off in the distance once you kind of travel over a small hill. He is sitting under a tree, just enjoying the day at the moment.
Would I have noticed time stop?
No. Not for you.
Okay.
For you, you were not involved. So, it's almost like nothing ever happened.
Okay.
But you see Hector, Hector calls to you and frantically starts running in your direction. You see him rise up over a hill heading your way. The gazebo with the teleportation circle closer to you, about 100 feet away. What do you do?
What's going on? Are you okay?
Struggling. I'm so worked up. I can't even put a jacket on.
It's Parallax. He's planning something. Eldon's in trouble. We have to go now. He's in Kalnelgard.
Shit. All right, let's go. Come on.
The two of you rush towards the teleportation circle.
As we go by the town hall, I gotta make sure. I gotta yell out, Icaros! Tate!
That is the best saute I've ever heard.
You shout out, and both of you see almost like a rocket leading up into the sky, a griffin with wings angled at such ferocity. He shoots up out about 3 stories higher than the highest building, and then darts right to you. Within seconds, he's by your side.
Awesome bird.
As he lands, sorry.
Yeah, not breaking stride, just still moving towards the teleporter.
Yeah, he kind of lands behind you. You all make it towards the teleportation circle, which you've already used before. As you step on it, you teleport away. And you appear in the Tower of Yore. Weston von Skrell walks by and sees you through the hallway, out the door, eating a sandwich. He looks in. Oh, what's the rush?
Take us to Eldon, quickly.
Where did he go again?
Kalnelgard.
Got it. Right. He situates you back on the teleportation circle. The way that it has been explained to you in the past is that the Eye of Yore is like a hub that can travel to many, and many can only travel to it. So, with a wizard at your side, he is able to immediately teleport you to the teleportation circle within Kalnelgard. The 3 of you, this all happens real quick, the 3 of you quickly appear within 3 of you quickly appear within Kalnelgard. The guards look at you, confused, but then one of them says, "Hey, wait a minute, I think that's... Hey! Hoplites! Hoplites. It's the guy with the bird. I've seen him before. I used to be stationed in K-Number when the whole vampire thing went down.
Ignoring him, I'm melting. It wasn't taking off.
Big fan. Big fan.
Oh, Circeus.
And
Won't leave without Circeus.
yeah, as you guys walk past, he's just kind of rambling on. The other guard's like, "Are you going to do your job, you twit?" They argue amongst each other as you immediately rush past them.
I have
Another
locate
cat.
creature. And I'm going
Alright.
to cast to try to find Eldon.
All right. What's the range on that?
1,000 feet.
1,000 feet. You cast it and you begin to take off in the sky, waiting for it to ping. And as you take off, within moments, you locate him. You head towards a familiar-looking building. You haven't been here before, but you've been to one of them before, the Cherry Blossom. From your spell, you can tell Eldon is on the top floor. And a balcony is the only way leading into that top floor from where you are, lest you want to go down to the bottom. But knowing you,
Aiming for the balcony.
Over the balcony, yeah.
Eldon, I would say about 2 minutes pass. What do you do in those 2 minutes?
So after basically acting like nothing has happened on my end, I'm just gonna walk over to Bessie with the tray still in hand. I'm gonna like nudge her a little bit and give her a kiss on the forehead. Morning.
She kind of wakes up. Morning. She looks down to the food before you even say anything. I love cinnamon. And she starts to like scooch up. Very pregnant. Looks adorable in her little nightgown. The bedhead is kind of a look that really works on her. But as she scooches up, she props herself up against the backboard. You lay the tray upon her lap. And she looks to you. Smiles. Reaches out. Rubs her a thumb across your cheek. I'm glad you were able to spend some time with me. I know that you're busy, and I will never hold that against you. You're actually saving a lot of people, including me and the little one. She pats her belly. But when you are done, let's be home together. She goes to speak again before Hector and Circeus roll me an acrobatics check or athletics check.
Natural 20 for a 30.
Nice. 21.
All right, the two of you, we'll start with Circeus. How do you want to land on this balcony?
Oh, didn't unmute there. I want to try and land like sliding down, landing almost like someone with a parachute would land, but not on my butt, like with my feet. Instead of walking, I'm gonna slide across through the door, like break through.
Gotcha.
Hold on, are you okay?
Hector, how do you land with your natural 20?
I'm going to stand on Icaros's back and then jump off. And while I jump, I'm going to pop my halo in my wings. I'm just going to like burst through the door, like holding my halberd up high. It's like, relax! Leave my friends alone!
So, the two of you, there is a double. Essentially, it's a sliding door. So one is just a window. One is a door, but it's still a sliding door. Does not go in, does not go out. So the two of you,
Do I
a
hear
shadow.
thud?
Oh, hold on. A shadow just grows slightly out of your peripheral, but your focus stays on your beautiful wife as she opens her mouth to say something possibly very sweet. And then you hear glass shattering off to your left, and to her right. The two of you look over, and
When I hear the glass shatter, I'm grabbing the tray of food, just hurling it to the left, Moonblade on the right, and I'm charging a fireball. Just who goes there?
So as the glass shatters, you turn and you see both of them with their wings out. Cerseus break through the glass and slide in,
Oh no!
just barely making sure he has his balance. And Hector, with the weight that he has on his armor, breaking through this, he wings out, but his wings rather big. They poof out, right? Blocking Cerseus.
Well, whoever was on the left got a metal tray thrown at them, and whoever's on the right has a fireball basically in their eye level.
Hector, roll me a just a strength check.
A strength check.
Yeah.
All right. It's a 15.
15. The tray, as you throw it, Hector, you land, your wings out, blocking Cerseus. Your halo up, a Silphra's will ignited, the radiant energy emitting as the blade. And a tray, tink, hits your armor. And you see Eldon stand kind of on the bed in front of Bessie, a fireball charged, aimed at the two of you before you all realize what is going on. Hector, you hear in your head, I guess you didn't really trust me.
Let's just take a moment to think about that.
Can I
You
just
lied to me.
Oh.
Parallax lied. Guess he was trying to test my trust. It was better to not trust him after all.
What in the nine hells is wrong with y'all? The door would have sufficed.
You look over, all of you kind of look at Bessie as she goes, it tastes good.
Sorry.
The French toast that was prepared is now on top of her matted head. As she takes it off
Poor girl.
and just eats it. Very entertaining morning. Good morning, Hector, Cerseus.
What happened to the fireball, real quick?
He only was charging. He didn't cast it yet. I mean, he didn't.
Oh, okay.
I just saw,
Yeah.
I saw somebody come
He
through
He prepared
windows.
the spell.
I was like, someone's about to get fucked. Oh, it's Hector. Never mind.
I was really hoping you fired it off. I was gonna just grab Hector's wing. Hey, what?
Hey.
Back in front of me.
So,
Okay.
Good morning,
Yeah,
Bessie. It's good to see you again. John,
She kinda
Cerseus,
nods.
Can I talk to you for a moment?
did you say John and Cerseus?
No, I said Eldon and Cerseus.
Oh, I heard John.
It's weird. I don't know why you would have heard that.
Hold on, just gonna set the Moonblade on the nightstand and go. Just a minute, and I'm gonna ring the food service bell again.
Okay.
Be like, well, gotta get her breakfast again.
Bessie will reach out and stop. It's fine. Go talk. It seems rather important.
I'll brush whatever glass is off her, kind of off a little bit.
The glass didn't really make it to the bed.
Okay,
It's
good.
all over the floor, but it didn't really make it to the bed. All it was is as you took the tray, the food on said tray had to go somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
and it went all over your wife.
It's a fair price to pay.
Sorry.
For a very exciting morning. But she eats the food that is just kind of thrown on her and on the bed. Seems to have a fun time. But
I'll slip the boots on and walk across the glass-covered floor.
you hear as you walk over the broken glass. You walk up to your friends.
What is going on? I said everything was fine and nothing had happened. Why are you here ruining my vacation? This better be good.
Surprising you act like we get vacations.
That's why I'm enjoying it.
Dylan, go ahead.
Parallax came and had a conversation with me minutes ago now. He tried to make a deal with me, telling me you were in danger, that he would save you if I promised to stay away from the junction points. And obviously, I refused to trust him. So, after I made the deal, I tried to make my way here as quick as I could to keep him from doing something stupid.
Well, I appreciate it, but I'll just motion to the room. Only thing that's wrong is those windows you're paying for. I am not paying for that.
You're the only one that has money.
Crest.
I'm talking to a king and a prince. There's money somewhere, and it ain't in my pocket.
I'll deal with it. You're welcome for me caring about you. Hold on. I'll just turn around and walk away.
All right. As you walk towards the balcony, Icaros is just perched on the railing, waiting for you to mount.
So sis, you coming?
Yeah. What? So Parallax came to you and said something was about to happen to Eldon. He was going to do it? But you said you were told you didn't trust him, so I'm just confused as to why we were rushing here and it was more of a test.
I suppose when I made the deal, I thought he was going to try to do something, then act like he was his savior, to try to win us over and make him think that he's not the bad guy. I don't know what he was planning. I just know whenever he says something, he means 5 other things at least. He told me Eldon was in trouble. I came to help.
I think later we need to ask Eldon if something was going on.
Tell us.
There may have been something happening, but we'll see. But let's go. Let's go to the bank. We gotta get this boy some money.
Regardless, I failed his test.
Not the test I'm mad about you failing.
As
That is the least amount of damage we've done to one of those fancy hotels by far.
You're not wrong.
You're right.
You're not wrong.
as the two of you sail towards the bank within Kanagard, the actual bank that you deposited your money in all that time ago. So, as you go to do this, through the air, Hector, you hear his voice once more in your head. He lies to you. I actually thought the hoplites were closer than that. But nonetheless, he is safe. I assure you. Ask him about Candace. You will discover she is no longer a threat.
Does this feel like
It feels
one-way
like
thing?
this feels like a message that you can respond to.
Hector won't respond.
All right.
Do I notice that he hears something? Do I
No.
see a change in emotion? Okay.
From behind him, it's kind of hard to tell. But the two of you make your way towards the bank, and Rona, up in all the frets, enjoying, honestly, just a nice morning. Waking up, breakfast made by both your parents, your mother and father cooked you a hearty breakfast. You wake up to a wonderful aroma. Abe, excited in your old room, ready to leave this room so he can get to the good smelling stuff. You pause at your bed. You finally come to. You rise up anything you wish to do before going out to meet your parents?
You can probably reach the doorknob.
He looks to it and then looks back to you, almost like he needs your permission.
Go on.
He goes back. He goes up with his massive mouth and kind of grabs the doorknob and just starts tugging.
Oh, fine motor skills are not our forte. Right. I'll get up and get decent and head out. Hair probably thrown up all on top of my head.
You walk out, definitely looking like you just woke up.
Nice.
As you walk out, your parents look the same.
Nice.
Everyone, it's almost like that Saturday morning after a long week. Just a nice morning spent together. You walk out just as they are putting the servings on the plates and laying it at the table.
Good. I avoided all the work.
Your father says, "You always did sleep in, and good morning." Your mother, "Good morning, Rhoda.
Good morning.
Sit down." You all sit.
Mhm.
Abe scooches under the table, but he's big enough to where he bumps the table and it just kind of jolts up for a second. And it comes to a resting position with one leg off the ground. We had a wonderful day with you yesterday. We want to be clear. You've messaged me before. No more secrets. We talked about it, and there might be things that we know that you might not, so if you have any questions, ask away. We don't want to hide anything from you. In the past, we did only to protect you, but we should have known. You don't need protection.
It's not fair. I did when I was younger. Questions. Well, my mother, did you know anything about her? Do you know why she chose you?
The night that she walked through our door, it was rainy. War raging on. We didn't know who she was, where she came from, but she had a kindness in her eyes that you can't mistake. The same kindness that we see in you. The two of you look identical. Nearly. She wore, it looked almost like royal robes. Nightgown, really. Dirtied, muddied, overworn. She was a mess, but even with everything that went on, that there was a beauty that shined through. And even though we didn't know her, or the little you, we wanted nothing more than to help. After she handed us, looks to your mom, our daughter. She said your name was Honora. But she wanted us to use a different name. We're not the most creative. But Rona, we think it's beautiful.
I'm
She
a big
walked
fan.
out after that. we sat in disbelief for a moment, just looking at you, and you were a very quiet baby. Never really cried. You were like a blessing to us. The crops out back grew better. The weather more favorable. A couple minutes passed after we were sitting there, and your mother stood and rushed out the door. And the woman, nowhere to be found. Almost like she vanished. I don't know if she has a plan. Had a plan. I don't even know if she's alive. But that is everything we know about your mother.
She didn't happen to give you a name to go off of, did she?
Only yours. You went to cover up.
Mm-hmm. I guess I didn't think to ask. It's easy to do, though.
You do have I mean, I can't do it. So when you messaged me that one time, I completely forgot that you are a cleric.
Well, might as well do it now, right? And I'm
They kind of look to each other, excited. Your mother just like, haven't seen this in a while.
I will send a message to Ozzy. So, odd question, odd timing. What was my mother's name? Just so I could maybe look for her.
Ozymandias responds. Funny. You never once asked while you were here, but nonetheless, your mother's name was Rane Vemiar.
Isn't that interesting? I think she might be alive.
You gained all that from just sending a message.
So, gosh, I don't even remember how we learned the information.
A massive snout just starts to peer up kind of between you and the table and just barely is able to get just the edge of a piece of bacon and pull it down into the depths.
Into the depths.
Never to be seen again.
Very gentle for a giant beast.
Oh,
So, without boring you of all the details, we saw a vision of a woman who was working with a very powerful wizard and had some features very similar to mine, and we thought it might have been a future version of me, considering there's future versions of a couple of members of our party. So I don't know why I never considered that it might be her.
Wait, so you've actually seen your mother?
Not directly, but in visions.
Well, how can we reach her? What? They look to each other.
I suppose I could. Do you want me to try right now?
They look at each other. Well, look, I think that we have really kind of come together again as a family. Now, we love you. You are our daughter. But if we can help you reconnect with the woman that you actually came from, then we'd love to.
I was not prepared for this today.
Your mom, with a little bit of a teary eye, just, neither was I.
I am going to make an attempt to send a message to run a VMAR.
What do you do?
Uh,
What do you say?
Hi. It's Honora. I would like to know if I could find you.
All right. You get a response.
Oh my god, I didn't think this was gonna work. This is stupid. Why didn't I do this a million years ago? Okay.
Beautiful voice. Similar to yours. Fills your head. Not yet. We will meet when the time is right. Find Cillian Aratus. Only he can save me.
See?
Your dad. Well, it looked like she got a response, right?
You two are the biggest hype men of all time. But yes. I talked to my mother. Yes. My biological mother. I talked to her. I should have done that forever ago. Why I didn't think to ask anybody while I was in her kingdom, I don't know. But I'm not allowed to see her yet. So that is par for the course.
Well, shall we put a little bit of liquor in our orange juice? He stands up,
Yes.
goes over, and proceeds to make you some special morning drinks.
Excellent.
Three of you eat. Any other questions you have for your parents?
Did Var ever not have that imaginary friend before he left? Or did he have him the whole time?
He didn't start talking about or to score. Till he was maybe 4, 5 years old. Very young, but we knew when it started to happen. We saw the correlation. We feared that his life was in danger, so we took him. To the Order of the Far Sought Mines, to a wonderful lady named Madam Astor. She said she would look after him. She said she would guide him. We got a good vibe off of her, and, well, she did say that we would have to say goodbye permanently until he's old enough to make his own call on whether or not to come back, which he did for a brief time. But after a after what we talked about. We hope he's found his calling. Anything else? Honora, Rona.
I don't know. I don't think so. Oh, yes, one. Mom, how do you... I've never done it before. There's a possibility that I might need to help Eldon. Well, Eldon's wife. She's very pregnant, and I have never given birth to anything in my whole life.
Finish eating first.
I will do that, yeah.
She takes like one more bite of bacon. Here you go. The table shifts as Abe shifts to get to the plate.
I think in the future, for the future home, wherever that might be, the table might need to be taller.
Yes. Yes. So, back over to you, Eldon. You're inside. Hector and Circeus just left. What do you do?
I'm gonna walk back over to Bessie. Just take off the shoes and kind of like get back into bed next to her. And just be like, it's just like arm over the shoulder.
She's got syrup all over her shoulder.
It doesn't matter to me. So, want to do something else today? Like, more shopping, go on another date, get out of this place that has broken glass everywhere.
Are you mad at them?
A little bit.
Why?
Just given some downtime, and I told them everything was fine when they called. Yeah, they still showed up, and
Was there a problem?
no.
Roll me a deception check.
I know. This is, oh boy.
What you get for keeping secrets?
I don't want to hear it from you.
He doesn't
I'm on
think-
17.
Okay.
He just doesn't try to lie.
Yeah,
Uses vagueness.
same thing.
She kind of looks to you, squints her eyes, takes a bite of French toast. Oh, there's something. Just can't put my finger on it. Oh, she kind of puts her hand on her belly. I know we don't know if it's boy or girl, but whoever is in there likes to kick.
Maybe
It'll be
they'll
a
be a
fighter
runner.
like you. Anyways, I kind of maybe just a day in bed. Might need a different room though.
Understand. I will shimmy out of bed, put the shoes back on, and go to the front desk and ask for a different room since part of the H.O.P.L.I.T.E.S broke into mine.
I'm not paying for you another room.
1 platinum to
That's your
repair,
decision.
Yeah.
and you will be moved to a different room.
Yep. Works for me since. the flame-
Hector and Circeus, you go to the Cane Algard First Bank to recover your gold.
Sweet.
How much?
Circeus, I hate to ask, but all my money was given to New Ironcrest. I'm currently a pauper.
No worries. I can spare some. I had 608 platinum, 4,196 gold, 16 silver, and 47 copper.
You may give to Hector as much or as little as you would want to. But as you are deciding this number, Hector, once again, you hear the voice in your head.
I'm not lying, I promise.
No, you hear the voice in your head. All your money to New Ironcrest. Godbreaker and you share the same passion. You just don't see it.
I am going. Oh, man, I don't have. I guess it doesn't have the thing I want. Okay, I'm gonna rule out one of two things, and before I respond, I'm going to cast Locate Creature on Parallax.
He is not within 1,000 feet of you currently.
I'm just gonna step back. Stop watching me.
You receive one more response. I know your life inside and out. I have watched you grow and fall time and time again until there is only Godbreaker and you. I'm not watching you. I know you. And I know that what I say rings some semblance of truth in your head. I will say one last thing. You and I share the same goal. That is why Godbreaker follows me.
I'm just gonna not respond again because Hector's just like boiling point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, he's visibly like about to explode.
So, Cerseus, you look down to the money that you just retrieved from the bank. You are counting out how much are you giving to Hector?
I'll give him 3,000 and then whatever interest you wanted to put on it, because I know, didn't you give some to Eldon? Are we doing that still?
Oh, how much should I give you?
You gave me like a couple thousand gold, like on top of it. It wasn't too much.
Just take an extra 1,000 gold. Just cause.
You get 4,000.
There you go.
Hey, thank you.
But as you count it all out, you look up to Hector. Hector just looks pissed. As you go to hand him his sack of gold, he's just visibly angry, a vein. That vein across his forehead is beginning to pop through rather viciously. Even Icaros, who is like, I'm assuming you're doing this outside, even Icaros, who's on the street, backs away a little bit from Hector.
Well, obviously something's up. You gonna talk about it, or do you just want to turn that frown upside down with this bag of money? It's not every day someone hands you 3,000 gold just to be nice.
Just right. Just you won't stop taunting me. Thank you, Cerseus.
Can I try something?
Sure.
And I don't know if dispel magic works like this, but could I try and dispel the magic of the connection between him and Parallax?
It's not currently there to dispel.
Okay, so it's constant message. Crap. Sorry. It's not gonna work. If he starts talking to you again, I can cut him off mid-sentence, though.
Sure. I'll, maybe that might be best. We'll just try talk over him. Maybe his words will lose the sting.
There you go. That's the spirit. No, Are we really gonna go back and pay for that door, or do we just pay him back later? I'll reach in
I
the
told
bracelet.
him.
Hold on, we'll pay you back later.
Hector goes to speak, and Cersei's like, I'll make this decision.
I'll ask you the question, but I'll make the answer.
So, what do the two of you wish to do?
I like to go flying now. You want to go flying? You know, these wings are kind of cool now, and apparently yours stay around forever too now. They're bigger than mine, but whatever.
Hey, at least now, truly, we can fill our Dawn Brother role a lot better now.
I like it. I just really want to fly with Icarus. I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be awesome.
Sure, if you actually, if we're going to pay Eldon back later, I'm going to take Icarus for a ride. Actually, yeah, no, I'll do that later. Let's go. Icarus, your here.
You and Icarus take off in the sky. Cersei, you want to ride on Icarus or ride or
No,
fly next to him?
I'm flying. I'm flying
Okay.
next to him.
And you guys just take off.
Icarus, wait up!
You guys,
He's got a
Just for
faster
us.
fly- he's got a faster flying
Yes.
speed than me.
you guys take off into the sky. Any antics you wish to do, or just go for a nice flight?
There happens to be a really nice, a really great feeling I'd like you to try. I learned about when we were inside the giant jail, the pit of a jail. Follow my lead. I'm gonna fly straight up, a couple
Oh, no.
100 feet.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna turn off my wings.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad. I thought you were on Icarus. So you fly straight up, and as you
I'll
fly up, you follow Icarus, kind of off next to you, following as well. Hector is about 30 feet ahead of you as you watch him. You're keeping on his tail. As he flies up, his wings dissipate. Hector reaches his arms out and just falls back and goes into a free fall. Do you follow?
I'm gonna like go up to that height, look down, just be like, take a second to say, Icarus, your master is an idiot, but I follow him, and I'll drop down and get rid of the wings for a second.
You let go of the wings and begin to plummet. Your head starts to like go forward, so you're going at it like a nosedive. Hector, how far do you go before you reignite your wings?
Let's see. I want to say like a safe distance. I'm gonna go. Let's get a little crazy. I'm gonna say like 60 feet, and then I'm gonna try to do like the thing where like I pull up and then kind of like just like
All right.
glide.
Roll me a performance check.
Performance check.
I'll also allow
Oh,
this to be
charisma.
an acrobatics check if it's higher.
If you're following a terminal velocity,
Performance is
wouldn't
higher. I got a 23.
Okay. Cerseus, performance or acrobatics?
You think Cerseus is crazy enough to do that? He's pulling up way earlier.
Okay, so Hector, you plummet, heading towards the streets, the busy streets of Kymaticus. You were recognized once already in this city as a member of the Hoplites. Your actions that that happened a long time ago in Canumbra, the word has spread of your deeds. You are a little famous down south. And as you fly towards the ground, 100 feet, 80 feet, 60 feet, and just for that added little bit of thrill, 20 feet. Your wings come out, you pull up. You do not scrape the ground, but instead, people look up to you, gasp, some in awe, some in fear. And as you begin to pull up, you can actually smell kind of like the street's aromas, the smells of different foods and carts and people, whether it's a good or bad smell. The smell of the city streets wafts by your nose as you right back up into the sky. Cercius, way earlier, you do the same thing. And as you make your climb back up into the sky, Hector, a round of applause fills your ears. Cheers. People remember you. They remember the hoplites.
See, Cercius, you're famous.
I guess we are. No, I just need to test the waters down in Kalesh.
So, as the two of you fly and just enjoy that freedom, Rona, breakfast finishes up. The revelation of you contacting your mother has settled in. What do you wish to do next?
I am going to take Abe for a little bit of a walk around Olafret. Just kind of show him around. As I do, I'm going to send a message to Velzan.
All right. And remember, if you would like to, you have your new spell if you wish to use that as well.
I thought about that, and if he's not in the middle of battle, I will do that.
You won't know unless you try.
Okay. I will spend a 6th level spell slot and send projection, or cast projection to Velzan.
All right. As you do. The ambient music fades. You begin to cast your spell. You reach out. It's like you're reaching your emotions out to connect to someone. You can feel that connection. And your vision begins to change. The surroundings now become dark. And you see Velzan crouched behind a rock, loading the next shot into his crossbow. You see him kind of peer up quickly, duck back down as an arrow right over his head. And he quickly peeks up, fires one shot. Crossbow bolt goes off out of your vision, out of what you can see. And as he turns back, he looks, Rona! What are you doing?
Checking in.
An arrow goes right by your face.
That's not. Yeah, I don't.
He looks to you. What's happened? We finally caught up with my father's army. They are many in number. You see him stand up quickly, put the crossbow down, pull out a blade, and stab it into the ground just out of sight. And as he pulls forth, you see another creature of one that you've seen before. A creation from the maw. Half a torso crawling on the ground. And spider-like appendages made from metallic shards. He stabs into the head of this torso and drags it towards him. They are many in number, but rather easy to kill. He pulls the blade out. And you can hear just in the distance as it grazes your vision and what you can hear. Dawnbringer, you hear, "Golden Lions, assemble!" And just the very tip of the lion's wing crosses into your vision and travels off towards your right. Belzan loads one more bolt into his crossbow. Make it quick.
I'm just making sure you're not dead.
Very much still alive. He looks up, fires one more shot over his little barricade, and ducks back down. An arrow embeds itself inside the soft rock that he hides behind. Some of them have good shots. Cannot even lie. He loads another bolt.
I'll check in later.
He says one more thing to you before you go. Before you go, their angle has changed. They were heading straight northwest. I believe we're somewhere underneath the Black Mountains. I believe. But Rona, the direction has changed. This is unlike tactics we've used in the past, but his plan has changed. I don't know how. But I do not believe that Ironcrest is the goal anymore.
What do you think is?
I don't know. Sakavo's word is now useless. All intel we had changed. I don't know what happens next.
I'll see what I can find out for you.
Good luck.
You too?
Contact again, please.
I will.
It's nice to see your face.
Yours as well.
And he vaults over, out of your sight, and your vision ends. A battle in the Underdark ensues as Velzan, the company of the Golden Lions, and the rebellion of Southern Kavarot attack the forces of the South. So, with that, now what do you wish to do? You hop on Abe for your stroll.
I'll just send out a blast and the bracelet, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead.
How long is this vacation supposed to last?
All of you hear this. I will allow Hector and Cerseus to answer first.
I really hope we were synced up.
we were. Music's good, but I guess as long as we need it to, which we need it not to be long. I'm ready when everyone else is, I guess.
I'd like to take care of the north before the Emperor gets back, so not much time.
Eldon, how do you respond?
Just silence. Just trying to enjoy every last second I can.
Eldon does not respond.
Hold on. Hold on.
Hector's like, oh crap, it's happening.
I will.
It's happening!
I'll do
told
the
you!
bracelet directly to Eldon.
Yeah.
And ask how Bessie's doing.
She's doing all right. Looks like she's waddling with a sack of potatoes under her shirt, but seems to be doing all right.
Good to hear.
All right.
I'll walk back home. Walking back home.
Wait,
I
we
do
didn't
want to
hear anything
make.
back.
I do want to make Abe's presence known around Olafret, considering the kind of crap they did to Var when he was young. The Harvester's out too.
All right. You walk around like a badass warrior from a distant land, and as you walk through the town, neighbors that seem familiar to you gaze upon your glory as you walk down the dirt roads. They look at you, confused. Some with like, "Is this a good thing?" And some kind of like, "What is going on?" As you walk past,
Are
you
there any
kind
that
of
I recognize?
you dart eyes towards a white-haired, kind of a scraggly white-haired old man. You recognize him from a long time ago. He was one of the villagers, kind of that started that first rumor about Var. One that decided to kind of die on that hill, should it come to that. Var's departure kind of left him in a state feeling like he won by default. He's always been distant with your family afterwards. But you look him in the eye as you walk past. He looks to you. Roll me an intimidation check.
Do I remember his name? Do we remember? Does
Harold.
Harold? Oh, it's unfortunate. That makes a lot of sense.
Committed.
Intimidation. You. No, you. That is not cocked. I rolled really low. That's a 7.
Your kind nature
Mm-hmm.
is something that is rare,
Mm-hmm.
especially being born in the time of war. But you found that through your travels with the Hoplites and this whole infiltration mission, you have a little bit of intimidation within you. But when you're trying to be scary on purpose,
That's hard.
it just doesn't really
Yeah.
pop up.
Yeah.
You kind of look to him, and you do this. A little snarl, and he just kind of cocks his head. But the presence of Abe and the Harvester, your scythe, still enough to intimidate him.
Rona's gonna like walk away a little bit, like on Abe. She'll ride off, and then she'll be like, "Never mind." She's gonna hop off Abe, pull the Harvester back in. Harold, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember me at all. Rona, Thimbley from down the street.
Oh, how you been? It's been quite some time since I've seen you.
has.
Yeah.
It has.
Medic during the war. I thank you for your service.
Yes. Yes.
Very brave of
Did you serve?
I grew crop.
Right.
Had to feed the armies.
No, of course. Noble work. Really.
Thank you.
I just wanted you to know that I remembered you. In the H.O.P.L.I.T.E.S. Know you. And I'm gonna hop back on Abe.
Oh,
As you begin to ride away. Hoplites, the ones that killed that the vampire in the south.
I'll pull Abe back around. Oh, you have heard of us. Excellent.
Have a great day.
Mm-hmm. Stay away from my family.
Without a word, turns and goes back into his small house. So,
I'm gonna just continue to go, like do my rounds and talk to Abe. Okay, That, I think, worked much better. I think if I'm scary on purpose, it just looks wrong. So I won't do that again.
I feel like him calling your bluff was worse than like just faking it. Oh.
So, real quick, to Hector and Cerseus, you did not hear a response from Eldon.
Oh boy, here we go again.
All right, don't head back. He's gonna die. No. Okay.
You break through the glass of the new room.
Of the next window.
Eldon! I'm sure he's fine. He's just spending time with his lady.
He's probably fine. If he wasn't, Rona would have said something.
Can we please be like hovering over the city, like
The
over
one time
people
I'm
that are
not.
admiring us? Just be like, whoa.
Hey there. I'm H.O.P.L.I.T.E.
Hey, hold on.
I didn't think we'd attract that many people, but apparently we're very known here. I
Nice.
don't know how to take fame.
Just act natural.
I've lived three different species. I don't think I could ever act natural.
Like, you were the son of a king there for a while. Just draw upon that memory.
Oh, okay.
So-
I lost my powers right then. It's like, oh, you think
Just
back to
drop
that
out of the
time?
sky.
You guys, it's kind of bask in the glory. People love you here. Majority of people. Some just seem not to care. But as the two of you soar over the city, no law pursues you. You are free. Eldon, you spend the rest of your day. A day in bed, per Bessie's request. Rona, you feel like you made your point known.
Mhm. Excellent. I will probably take off a little earlier in the day,
Okay.
just so I am ready when the rest of the crew is.
Okay. Do you want to head back to your or?
I think I'm actually going to try. Well, do I know you're an Isle Guard? I don't think I know you're an Isle Guard.
There would
The
be
only
only
reason we knew
one
is-
place Eldon would be.
Is with his wife
Yeah.
in Isle Guard,
Yeah,
and I
but
knew
There's
she was
no
an
other
Isle
reason
Guard.
you'd be anywhere else that everyone else is aware of.
And Hector, you're going to say that the only reason you knew is why?
Parallax. Otherwise, we heard him say that he was going to Canumbra.
It's true. But
That's a good point. That's why I
Yeah.
was in Canumbra.
I will say it either way. You could think Canumber, you can think Canal Guard because you knew Canal Guard is, that's where Bessie resides. And also Eldon has a noble,
Noble blood.
noble heritage within Radesh. So
Okay.
traversal through the cities is not much of a problem for him. So,
Okay, then I will. I don't think it's necessary for me to use this right now, so I won't. I will say my goodbyes to Mom and Dad and let them know that I will see them soon.
they both give you a big hug. They pet Abe a lot. Proud of you. You have turned into such a beautiful, well-rounded leader. Someone that, I'm not going to lie, if I crossed you on the battlefield. I wouldn't want a piece of that.
Well, most of it's for show. I'm not a great fighter.
Looks at the scythe. Looks at Abe. Right. Your mom gives you a hug, cuts you off. I love you.
And I you.
And remember, this other woman, your
Bessie.
real mother,
Oh, that woman. Yes.
we understand that she did what she did because she loves you.
Mm-hmm.
And we did everything we did because we love you. We want you to find solace with that situation, but don't forget us.
Never. Never.
She hugs you again. Your father comes in. The three of you just stand there. Quiet. For about a full minute. You feel Abe just kind of shove his head into your lower back. You hear,
I'll kind of scooch my hip one way so there's room for him.
as he shoves his head in between the three of you hugging. I like the dog. Wolf. Dire wolf.
Mhm.
Dire wolf.
Mhm.
Big wolf. And Abe, where'd you get that name from?
An old friend.
Well, we love you. Where do you go next?
I think I am going to go check in on Bessie unannounced because Eldon says she's fine. And I love Eldon. But I don't think he would know. So, with all the advice you have given me, Mom, I will be able to tell for sure.
Good luck. And maybe escort Eldon out of the room, or at least not in line of sight.
It's that gruesome.
It can be. It might be more for him than you, but medical background. I don't know this Eldon.
He kind of has a medical background. He's sliced people before.
Your father says, I'll tell you I was queasy, and I sliced a lot of people too.
Okay. Yeah.
But anyways, good luck, and
Thank you.
tell everyone we said hello. We hope that you all come by again. We'll have another little cookout. You walk out, hop on Abe, and head towards Portagante. Eldon, you enjoy the majority of the day with Bessie.
The majority of
The
the
two of you
day.
joking around, just having a good time. Sleeping, waking up, telling stories of your lives, old, new, things that you didn't know about each other. Honestly, the wedding might have been a little rushed. Or really, the whole relationship was a little rushed. But not a single part of it ever felt wrong. And after today, it was almost reassurance that this is good. The time, roughly about 7. Rona, you make it to Canal.
Okay.
Most
This is
popular
convenient.
man. You travel through the rest of the day.
Mhm.
You make it to the teleportation circle and, bounce over here and over there. Make it to Canal Guard. The guard, as you arrive, looks to you. He's eating an apple at this point. Oh, no, why? It's the other one.
Swallow your food. Come on.
The other two,
Hector and Cerseus are here.
yes, yeah.
I wonder why. Anyway.
Can I get your autograph?
What?
Sorry. Have a nice day. You walk out with Abe. You watch.
What's your name?
Trevor.
Trevor. I will remember you, Trevor.
You start to walk out. It's quiet.
Shantae, bless you.
As you walk out, and just as you're peering over the door, you just hear, "I'm your biggest fan." You walk onto the streets. How do you locate Eldon?
I talk into the bracelet directly to Eldon.
What do you say?
Hey, so I'm an Isle God completely unannounced to check your wife and her pregnancy. Can you please tell me where you are?
Who is it, honey?
Here, why don't you answer?
No.
And I'll put the bracelet on.
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Cherry Blossom in the Royal District. Not Royal District, more like the Market District. Room 5402.
You just hear back. Really?
Her choice, not mine.
I will go over the cherry blossom.
Yeah, it takes you about 15-20 minutes to get there. You enter.
I'm kind of looking at the balcony, being like,
She's
make it 3.
He's waiting. You enter the balcony or through the main lobby?
No, Abe and Rex are having a great time. I'm going to stable him. He's going to get pampered. And
5 gold.
that's fine.
And as you enter the Cherry Blossom, you head up to room 5402
Yep, 5402.
and knock on the door. Eldon, as you are staring vehemently at the balcony, you hear a knock on the front door. You go, unlock it, and there she is, Rona.
Hello. And I will open the door and take a step back. Seems like we're pretty popular today, Bessie.
As you walk in and see Bessie, the top of her head after all day, just matted with syrup. We made a mess. Well,
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. How are you feeling? Good.
Eldon, do you mind going down to the lobby and seeing if they have chocolate-covered licorice?
Any preferred flavor of licorice, or just any licorice?
The darkest you can find.
Yes, ma'am. And I will just march on down the stairs. Take the elevator.
As you head down, you know they don't have it. What do you intend to do?
Let's see if I can convince someone to make it.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Yeah, I'm slightly decent at these.
This moment, Cersei's
No, I'm not. I'm using inspiration for that.
I'll over here to help you. We'll find the licorice.
What was your persuasion?
24.
24. You go down, you talk to a guy, he's like, I can't help you with that. It's candy making. I don't make candy.
Man. Like,
But he does direct you to a candy shop that has a chocolate fountain and the dark licorice that you're looking for. So you head there, and we'll say 5 silver pieces later, you walk out with a decent handful of chocolate-covered dark licorice.
No,
And a lot of-
Ooh, candy.
And a lot of weird stares, however, from the people who are like, why?
Gross.
Meanwhile, while he's doing this, you and Bessie are alone. She tells you about Hector and Cerseus's involvement earlier and why the food is covered in her and why she just doesn't care because she thinks it's hilarious and she likes good stories.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. We have a big bath. In fact,
You could have used it at any point today.
I know, but how funny is it when they come up and see syrup all over the pillow sheets?
I have to admit that's hilarious. Yes.
Anyways, I'm good. About another month. She kind of touches her belly. Huge. Huge.
Do you mind?
Uh,
And Ren will just take a seat on the edge of the bed and just warm up. She'll warm up her hands first and just kind of make sure that everything feels right.
As you're feeling around, it does. The only thing out of place is there's a little bit of sticky on the nightgown. But besides that, you retract your now syruped hand, and everything seems to be good. Healthy mom, healthy baby to be. So,
My fears are alleviated. Thank you.
Eldon, you burst back into the room with chocolate-covered dark licorice. And as you enter, Bessie says, "Oh, I forgot to say white chocolate. But it's okay. This is fine.
I'll set it on the nightstand. I will be back with the correct chocolate, and I will walk back down to the candy shop.
He finds the... I don't know where he finds this stuff.
Do you do it to him on purpose?
Doesn't answer you. But just gives you a look.
I was about to say that this is the kind, or that this is the part of pregnancy that I'm not looking forward to, assuming that ever happens.
She hands you a stick of chocolate-covered dark licorice.
And I will try it.
Weird, but
It's not good,
no.
but it's not bad.
Takes another bite.
No.
I just love his dedication.
Honestly, the chocolate's pretty soft. You could probably lick it all off, your chocolate, and then you can eat the licorice separately, and it doesn't taste funny. Try that.
What are you doing?
So she begins to do that. And the two of you just kind of hang out, enjoy each other's company as Eldon comes back.
5 more silver gone.
Yeah, 5 more silver gone. More weird looks. Because the guy didn't even have a white chocolate fountain.
Listen, man, my wife's pregnant. I can't control these things. I just need white chocolate.
Look, I'll tell you what. For a silver piece, I'll go back, melt a little bit up, and I'll coat your licorice.
And I'll pay the man.
Old request. He comes back, gives you what you want.
Document.
So 6 silver later. He returns with white chocolate covered licorice.
All right, I got it now.
She goes, "You're gonna hate me."
I could never hate you. And I'll walk over to the bed and I'll set the white chocolate down on the now empty tray. Could have swore I just had this thing full.
I'll lick the chocolate off my lips.
I'm in the mood. Almonds?
Just almonds.
But you know the type of seasoning they put on French fries?
Uh-huh. You want? Okay.
Yeah.
Just he's happy as can be. He doesn't even look bothered. He just
Looks over to you. That one was on purpose.
Amazing.
Um,
Amazing.
But everything seems to be good. Eldon, you do another errand or two and come back. Now, Bessie does eat what she asked you to get. And you just try a couple of things, and they're not good. But they're not terrible. They're just weird. But,
how much more silver am I down now?
let's go ahead and take like 5
I
more off.
want to try it now.
The day kind of comes to a close. What do we want to do next?
Once Bessie seems to be settled with her messing around, I will call in the bracelet and see where Hector is.
Hector, what do you say?
So I hear you're also in Cane Isle Guard.
Yes, when I was just about to head back to Yor, I had to check on Eldon.
Why? Actually, don't tell me over this. I'll meet you outside the Cherry Blossom. I have to pick up Abe anyway.
All right.
All right.
So we have
The
to
two of
go
you.
back to the Cherry Blossom.
Okay, sounds good. I think I just saw Eldon go to the candy store twice in the nut place.
You saw that too.
We're not anymore.
Come down to the nut place.
Come down to the nut store.
We have nuts.
got every every type of nuts you want, with seasoning, without seasoning. Yes, the Thatchery is where I
Frequents
went.
the nuttery.
I did not mean it
We
like
take
that.
the nuttery. So, anyways, you all meet up near the cherry blossom. 3 of you together. Eldon, you are still with Bessie.
I would say before Rona like fully left, I would have just caught her in the hallway and be like, "I'll be ready tomorrow morning. I just need one more night."
Of course. Yes.
And
Understood.
Just thanks, and I'll hand her like 40 platinum and just shut the door. Spending money.
All right. Add that. Subtract that.
Yep.
And Hector, Rona, and Cerseus, you are all together. Abe and Icaros as well.
Well, I'm gonna go get a room.
Eldon
good
needs-
night, guys.
Till the morning. Yeah. Eldon needs till the morning. So we could stay in Islegard if you wanted. I'm not staying here. Pointing at the cherry blossom.
No.
There's gotta be
Those are
some
bad
place
luck.
else.
I think I'm gonna head back to the tower tonight. Kane Algard is a little too warm for me.
I'll come with you.
All right.
Uh,
Cerseus.
I
Fifth
don't
wheel.
know where to go.
You want
Come
to be
on,
a third wheel here, or a
Cerseus.
third wheel over there?
Your choice.
Come on, I can let you.
You
sleep
know
on the
which
floor
one's
here.
cooler.
Hey,
Wait.
Abe and Icaros, how y'all doing?
I'm just gonna hang out with the animals.
Again.
Oh, come on. I'll go along.
All right, so the 3 of you head back. As you walk back into the teleportation chamber again, you see that Trevor. They're all 3 here.
Oh, sorry about earlier. I was in a rush.
You have duties, I understand. No problem. No problem. So I
No.
shit. He starts to undo a gauntlet. Can you sign my gauntlet?
Have you any way to sign it? Have you anything to sign it with?
My boss has a quill. He runs away.
Actually, wait, hold on. I think I have in my bag. Never mind. I thought I had like one of those kits.
Bring the quill. Bring the quill.
He,
I have an idea.
he disappears for a moment and he comes back with a quill and ink, just trying not to spill it as he walks.
I
It's-
will.
Oh, hold on. Wait, it's Cersei. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Go
you're
ahead, Cerseus.
No, so it's metal, right?
The
And
gauntlet,
we're
yeah.
Trying to write on, we're trying to write on it with ink. I'll hand
Yeah.
the quill over to Rona and be like, you and Hector sign it first. And then I want to try something.
Rona. He hands it to you. Excited.
I'll sign it, Rona Thimbley, and I'll put a little rose.
Okay. He then looks over to Hector. Oh man.
Sure. I'll take the quill and I'll just start making an H, like the first little bit. I'll be like, oh, yeah, never mind. I'll like try to turn it into a G, and then write Gideon.
H. Oh man. That's so cool. He looks over to Cerseus. Like, I've tried to keep up, Defenders of Cane Umbra, the Vampire Hunt. That you took out that dragon in the swamp. You went the Defenders of the 212th Voyage to Thal. You guys are awesome. Here, and he hands it to you, Cerseus.
As I grab the quill, I want to try and activate the shard in the gauntlet. It's the first time I've used this, so I don't know how to, but I'm gonna just think it. And like as I'm signing it, I want it to engrave all of our names into his gauntlet because I know the ink would wear off on metal.
Oh, so it's going to engrave under the ink. Okay. Yeah. Roll me a
Excellent.
D100.
So good. Love this.
Let's see.
It's a 12.
What?
I'm gonna use
That's not good.
I'm gonna use since it's the end of the day, I can use lucky,
Okay.
and I want to roll again.
All right.
71.
Way
Oh.
better.
As you sign, you kind of hold the gauntlet, and your gauntlet just has the crystal. It's black, like no light escapes it black. But around it, a glow, just dim enough to notice. And you hand the gauntlet back. None the wiser, he takes it, not knowing what you did to it. But as he looks at it, oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
Eldon should be coming through in the morning.
Oh man. All four?
Eldon's name's gonna wear off. Let's go.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you guys. Well, go ahead, Dylan.
Just say it's whatever that word is for like drama, like framing or whatever.
Oh, or like, oh, they know about it, but
Foreshadowing.
you don't.
It's foreshadowing
Oh, foreshadowing.
that his
Yeah,
name
'cause-
wears off.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe
funny.
his gauntlet is the one. The reason.
So, anyways, you guys hand the gauntlet back to Trevor. The first piece of Hoplite
Memorabilia.
merch. Yeah, the first piece of Hoplite memorabilia.
10 gold.
As you guys hand it to him, you walk over to the teleportation circle, and the five of you, Icarus and Abe included, appear back in the Tower of Yore. Von Skrell shortly, or appears shortly after your arrival. Ah, you're back. How was your vacation? Was it good?
Yes.
You look well relaxed, mostly. He looks to Cerseus and Hector. You two look like you've been in a wind tunnel all day. But you look good, well rested. No bags under the eyes like I saw yesterday. Beauty sleep is required. Trust me, I know. So, are you staying here for the night, or do you have other places you need going to?
Staying here.
Right. Well, we have extra rooms for those that we trust and love and all that happy stuff. So please follow me. I will take you to your rooms. And he guides you away. Cerseus, you first. He takes you to one. Hector, you second. And if the two of you wish to share a room.
Rona won't keep walking. She'll stop.
Von Scroll just kind of walks off. So, if you come down here, it's just a... Ah! Right. He walks off. The three of you have your rooms. You stay another night.
This night, it's a little bit more sad. Eldon's he's still gonna enjoy it, but he's not gonna sleep. He's gonna trance. So for the 4 hours, he's just out cold. The other 4 hours, he's just laying in bed, just contemplating everything. He knows he's gotta save the world, but is it really worth it to be gone again? To not know if he's ever gonna come home? And he just spends a lot of time thinking. And then he'll get up and do a couple things in the morning, but
All right.
That night, when Hector and Ron are in the room alone, he would let her know all the things that happened that day.
We'll go ahead and talk about that real quick.
Hmm.
So, Rona, your response. And I'm assuming, Hector,
Parallax
you
stuff too.
you tell her everything, right?
Yeah.
Rona.
So he's talking to you. He's trying. He's sneaky. I wouldn't trust him. As you did not.
No. But it does bother me that if there is a truth, Eldon might be keeping secrets.
And if
Which at
he
this
is,
point,
ask, I suppose.
I tried. He told me nothing. He got mad at me for showing up trying to help.
Let me talk to him. He might be more open. I don't know.
There was a name. There was a name. Candace. Ask him about that.
I will do that.
If
All right.
Parallax says what's true, you should get a reaction from that. If not, another one of Parallax's tricks.
Speaking of names. So you remember Rane?
Yes, the future you.
Some ways that's not really wrong. That's my mother.
So, future you is your mom.
No, wait, no.
What came
This-
first, the chicken or the egg?
No. It's not that complex. It's not that complex. No. Like my birth mother.
Future
That
you
is not
is
me.
using your name.
No. Hector, hush. Let me talk. Rane
Right.
was never me. It was always my mother. We are two separate entities. In the future, I died, and that was that.
So the person that we thought was you coming back and traveling into this timeline, that was your mother all along.
She's working with Eratus, and I need to go find him.
That's... Wow. Do you have any idea how to find Eratus?
Well, I found Rane by messaging her, and if I can reach her, I might be able to reach Eratus.
Stands to reason. Unless he's incapacitated. Then that would make that really difficult.
It would.
Do you have the ability to do that now, or do you just want to relax for the rest of the night and try not to worry about more things?
One of those sounds far more enticing than the other.
I could definitely use some help getting off my armor. It's starting to get a little rusty on these back flaps.
Oh, well, we can fix that, and I'll start helping him doff his armor.
All right. Do you?
It's not
send a
rusty,
message?
it's magical. Boom.
Do you send a message tonight?
Yeah.
What is the message, and to whom?
I'm gonna send a message to Eratus. I've seen him before.
You have seen him before. You've seen him in the vision that I think it was you saw when Eratus and Rane resurrected Warren Fredrickson.
So I will send a message to Cillian Eratus.
Right.
It's Honora. Rane told me to reach out to you. I'm trying to find you. Where might I look?
Your message does not even feel like it found a home.
Of course, it's not that simple.
Well, we have a great place to start. We know he has his tower. We're going to find any kind of way to know anything about him. And it'd be in the tower.
I suppose. It's just very frustrating because I talked to Rane earlier today. Maybe I should have reached out to Eratus then too.
Well, you said that she needs Eratus, so it does stand a chance that something happened to him that she can't help but she needs him. So she says would make sense if you weren't able to reach him earlier.
Maybe.
It's never easy.
All right. Anything else you two wish to discuss before you conk out for the night?
I think it's better.
All right.
Mhm.
The two of you fall asleep in each other's arms. Cerseus, anything you wish to do before you end this day?
He's just gonna look around. Guess I'll go to bed.
You got the animals in your room though, so like they're both just kind of chilling next to you, but like uninterested a little bit.
Rex is very interested.
Rex is the broom,
Mhm.
the flying broom, is on the bed with you, just like trying to cuddle, but he just keeps on hitting you. So like
Better than nothing. No. Just try and go to sleep.
as you do so, you stay up, Meldon. After your trance, you get your sleep. And around 2, 3 in the morning, you're awake, laying in bed, holding Bessie, your pregnant wife, contemplating the future and what is really worth it. The next day comes.
In the morning, I'm gonna treat Bessie to a very nice breakfast.
10 gold. I'm assuming like some fancy.
That's
Well,
a really high end.
just whatever she feels like she wants to, wherever she wants to eat.
She'll go big for this one.
All right, 10 gold.
The best biscuits and gravy.
Yeah.
Yes.
But as after breakfast, just gonna slow walk back to the manor and kind of explain I have to go back to save the world, and I'll give her plenty of love beforehand, and she'll see me now in my work attire, I guess you could call it,
Mm-hmm.
fully suited up and everything, and just kind of talk to her for a bit and then go see Dad.
You drop her off at your father's place as well. Any words to your father before you leave?
Yeah, I'll give him a big hug, kind of pull him away so I can just talk to him, a little bit of privacy.
Yeah, the two of you walk away as Bessie just kind of reacquaints herself with the Roland estate.
So Dad, I know, life's been pretty good down here, but soon you and Bessie's dad and any other extended family she has will need to go to Cane Islegard. I know you're good.
You're in Cane Islegard.
Crap, a lot of names. All right,
You're good.
go to New Ironcrest. I know you're really good with all this military stuff and could kind of use the help up there. Take all the money you need from the bank account. If anything, just drain it out. Get a state up there. Try to do what you do best with this sort of thing.
Why?
I'll give him the lowdown. I'll give him the tidbits he needs to know
Roll a
about.
persuasion check.
Oh boy,
This is more for his reaction.
16.
That's a lot of information, Elda.
Well, I'd rather tell you now than later, when it's a little too late.
A flood.
Yeah. And then I'll also hand him a pile of letters I've been writing. And as he opens it, it is drafted blueprints for a house that he is wanting to build up there with Bessie. You got more knowledge about this stuff than I do, and
Son. Do what you need to do. I've got this. Gives you a pat on the back. Turns into a hug. Holds you for a moment. I'm proud of you. He pulls away. Save the world?
What I got.
Plain world.
I would have told him about the play. I'd just be like, yeah, it was good. I would have told him about it, but it was just like, I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, here's all the details. We kind of kept it short. Be like, yeah, we're gonna like form a sphere.
He takes you back to Bessie momentarily, say one last goodbye, and then you head out.
Before I head out, I'll give Ursu a writ that basically says, yeah, you can pull the money out the bank account, so he's not like, I don't know.
All good.
But I will head high, march through the streets of Islegard back to the teleportation circle.
As you walk into the chamber, there's Trevor. Warren Eldon.
It's just Eldon. Mr.
Eldon,
Trevor.
yes. Can I get your autograph?
Of course. And I'll
Hells yeah.
I'll summon the Moonblade to my hand.
Oh!
Hold it for a bit, and while he holds it, I will proceed to scribble my signature to it.
Right, you scribble into it, and you hand it back. Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
How's that fire giant hair holding up for you?
Hey, Chad. Yep.
Can I see Chad?
Chad's just like,
I'll wrap an arm around, like, over Trevor's shoulder and be like, "This here's my best bud. You better take care of him now."
I don't even know you people.
And then
He's been obsessed with you all day. I don't. Trevor, lock it down. Walks away, just shaking his head. Trevor's like, don't worry. You'll
Chad's
find
in
out.
charge.
I don't know if you've heard. Someone's making a novel about you guys.
oh, who's writing it?
Baba Style. Ever hear of him?
Baba Styles. Yeah, I actually met the man once.
Really? Well,
Pretty good author.
he's writing like a. It's kind of writing like a. This. It's like a graphic novelization. The first issue is about the vampire hunt, though. So, interested to see where that goes. Have you talked to him about it?
No, I haven't seen him in quite a while.
How does he know? Anyways, best of luck, man. If you ever come back again, Trevor.
You'll be my go-to man. How's that fire giant hair holding up, by the way? Holding up good?
The what?
The fire giant hair.
Oh, he kind of takes the gauntlet off. I put it in here. Kind of smells though.
I'll just give him just a pat on the back, and I'll just kind of sidle in the middle and just wait to go back to Tower of Yore.
And then we're gone. You appear back the next morning. The rest of the hoplites wake up, eat a breakfast provided to you by a Shango, of which you sit with during said breakfast. Anything Ashango-wise you wish to speak of before you begin to head towards Cerim?
Yes.
Go ahead. You are sitting at a. It's a room similar to the conference room, but you are all alone with him. So
I spoke with Velzan. And I'll look over at Hector. I don't think they're heading to Ironcrest.
what do you mean?
They seem to have changed direction.
Direction? How did he say?
He said that he doesn't know where they're going now. But they've met in conflict.
So the war will continue on. Go ahead, Hector.
Interesting. Wonder what other targets would he aim for? Something in Raw Dash?
I can ask and see if they have any more information as of now.
Where was he?
Under the Black Mountains, somewhere.
The mountains. He could be far enough underneath Tyrion by now, or he could be within the Meredeep Forest. If they headed more eastward. If they broke off in that direction.
It's a large mountain range.
It is. The question is, how far north is he? That will determine if he went to Rhodesh or if he went to Aldahari. But if Ironcrest is not his location of interest, he would not be foolish enough to attack Amarith, I know it. Impossible. I don't know where he is.
I can ask for an update. We can all be a part of it.
Any other news before you depart?
Do you want me to check in with them now?
Just
They might
send
have
him a
more
message.
information. Sort of. Shantae taught me a new trick. And I'll cast projection. Sorry.
You cast a spell once more. The same dark terrain appears around you. Ashanga, intrigued, surprised a little bit. Before you, Belzan. Been through what looks to be a rough fight. Next to him, you see Devmar. An old friend that you haven't seen in a little while.
He's not dead.
The leader, well, I guess the second in command of the Southern Kavirat Rebellion. Next to him, the third leader of this troop, Ezekiel. The three of them look up and see you, Hector, Cerseus, and Ashanga Yor.
Ezekiel, it's good to see you.
The groups look at each other. Hector, you say that. Ezekiel says, "Oh, Hector, good to meet you again. We have some news, however. Belzan, do you wish to share?" Belzan stands up.
You may speak freely here, Belzan.
He looks to Ashanga. At my feet are members higher up within my father's ranks. And in my hand, their plans. They don't come. They don't come for Ironcrest anymore. They're coming for you.
What?
They know of your existence. They know where you are. Keep moving.
Do you think they have a bead on us?
Yes. My father has high mages. Very powerful people. Keep moving. They have the Gohana worm with them. Ashangayor. Do not exact any type of action against Kavirat. I will deal with the forces. We need only catch up before they find you. Rona.
Wait. You're tracking her. How well do you know the tunnels? I guess the tunnels are being made by the giant creature. Never mind. Is there a way that we could lead them to where you could already be? If they're following Rono, it could probably lead into a trap. Consider your options and locations. I'm sure there's more than one. Just let us know if you think of something.
There are many mines within northern Aldahari, amongst Cerim, amongst Alvaron. There are some mines that in the past Kavrat has infiltrated. You watch Ashenka kind of tilt his head. Interesting. Go on. Velzan looks at Ashenka. My oath remains to you, Honora.
I know.
We will catch up to them before they find you. Just keep moving. If, however, they do find you, take the disguise.
We can do that.
He crumples up that note in his hand. I think he wants to use you to regain power. I don't think he intends to kill you. As for the rest of you, I don't know. Best of luck, H.O.P.L.I.T.E.S. My queen.
Velzan.
Ezekiel kind of gives you a half bow. And Devmar with long arms. Good to see you all alive.
You as well.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Honora. The vision begins to fade. And the room returns back to the way it once was. Ashanga looks to you all.
Orders of talent.
Sorry, go ahead, Dylan.
That's quite impressive.
It is.
Well, everyone, we're quite literally famous.
Great.
Oh.
Eldon. You walk into the door where they are now feasting.
Welcome back, everyone.
One. I'll just kind of close the doors behind me and go. Just take an empty chair wherever.
As you do this, a little bit of an awkward silence kind of fills the room.
Take a
Ashanga.
bag.
Yeah, go ahead.
Take the bag of 3,000 gold. Taking out the 1,000. Just gonna toss it on the table in front of Eldon.
How much gold did you just throw on the table?
3,000.
Sure.
Not mine.
I'll just push the bag back with just a finger across the table.
I'm gonna reach up and grab it. No, you lost that privilege. You lost it.
No, thank you, sir.
As he kind of holds
don't
on to
worry,
it.
He still has an extra 1,000.
Ashanga looks back and forth between the two of you.
I owed him for
Right.
a window.
A very expensive window. If we could discuss what we just talked about.
I'll turn to Eldon. The armies of Southern Kavrat are coming for me. Us. We're being hunted again. And still. So that's great.
If they are near Tyrion, we can teleport you to Cerim. It will be quicker.
Wall. What about the people inside Aldahari?
If they are looking for you, they'll stay where they can move quickest. Which with the worm, I would imagine it's underground. I don't see them being a threat until they reach your location. If I'm wrong, which I rarely am, then I guess we're in for the worst.
Right. So until we can handle this army, so we'll just keep moving and do our best to stay away from major settlements and cities. We don't put anybody at risk.
Right. So, quickly, I can teleport you to Covern, capital of Cerim. You can meet with Drundal and Hammock once again. They will tell you of the children of Skyraeus in a little bit more detail. And you can begin to aid them. Cerim has always been good allies of Tyrion and of Elveron. Give them your best, H.O.P.L.I.T.E.S. They deserve it. And don't ask him about the throne. He'll talk your ear off for hours. You'll know when you see it. H.O.P.L.I.T.E.S, are you ready?
Ready.
Before we head out, there's some information I'd like to share with everyone. For starters, someone has kidnapped Paracelsus, and I'll hand the note to Rona. Parallax tried to grab Wilhelm. Didn't really go so well. I also got my father with 10,000 gold to try to aid New Iron Crust because he is good with military stuff. He's also going there with Bessie and
Put the note back on the table and like slide it to where everybody can see it. Orion.
it's the claw.
And the fact that Orion kidnapped Paracelsus is terrifying. Because what did Parallax tell us?
Get more allies, so I'm not shocked by it.
Well, I'm glad you're not shocked by it. Someone's going to be. It'll be me. How about that?
Parallax has Orion.
Best I can wager.
And the guy he has can modify people.
Make
and
him
things.
I've heard of Paracelsus.
He also destroyed Willie and took his lab.
I don't know who Willie is, but I feel for him.
He's a
So,
helper.
any other troubling news I should know about?
That's all that comes to mind. And I'll just kind of like lean back in the chair. Ready to go when you are.
Very well. Are you ready, H.O.P.L.I.T.E.S?
Ready.
Ready.
Right. He stands up. All of you follow him. He takes you to teleportation circle. So, before you step on, Weston von Skrull starts to walk into the room as the Shenga continues. Please know, H.O.P.L.I.T.E.S, the Wormbreakers are very, very prideful They will talk your ear off. Be careful and do not drink too much with them. It gets dangerous. Also, while you are up there, keep in mind, children of Skyraeus were once allies with those of Cerim. Only recently, a mysterious tragedy must have struck them, causing them to attack their once fellow neighbors. Handle the situation with care. Hector, the dwarves are a part of your nation's history. I know you will handle this with as much caution as needed. Rona, reel everyone in if they need it. Hold on. Stay alive. And Cerseus, I want you to know well, come back later. There is a discussion I would like to have with you. Right.
All right.
Good luck, H.O.P.L.I.T.E.S. And, the Wormbreakers like to put on a show. Don't dally for too long. West Unbound Skrell steps forth, waves his hands, and in a flash of bright light, the four of you, Abe and Icaros, teleport to the kingdom of Cerim. And that is where we are going to end it. So, when we meet up next, the group will head north and confront the children of Skyraeus. It's going to be a really fun little adventure, little delve. I'm excited, and I think it's going to be awesome. But that is all the time we have. So thank you for joining us, Traveler. We hope you enjoyed your time here, and we can't wait for you to stop by again. So, until next time, keep moving forward. Goodbye.